Kirlig. I received an amended notice of indication of what was going to be transpired tomorrow, including a motion in relation to the state opting into the European regulations underlying the Migration and Asylum Pact. I myself had asked that the Justice Committee should engage in a serious consideration of the proposal. This has the effect of bringing into effectively Irish constitutional law obligations and surrendering of sovereignty rights of the most serious and far-reaching kind. I had asked the clerk of the committee to ask the chairperson that we could have a decent consideration involving taking witnesses, seeing where this was going to bring us, what was involved. I was told that this was not envisaged, and that what is envisaged for next Tuesday is a half-day session where the only material available to the committee will be a briefing by Minister Helen McEntee. Yes, the Joint Office Committee on Justice. And
it will be referred to it's due to be referred by this House to the committee.
That's the
tomorrow.
proposal.
Yeah.
But it's not going to get any consideration at all. And this is what I want to alert everybody in this House to. This is a most serious matter. I was also given access today to the speaking note for the chairman of that committee. And it makes clear that none of her officials can answer any questions. And only Minister McEntee will do it. And
that's the norm, as you know, for our committee.
Yes, but the committee is entitled to take...
You're a former minister yourself, you should know that. Yeah, sorry.
Chairman, I have a limited amount of time.
I understand. I'll give you time, but you should be factual.
No, sorry.
Sorry. For the benefit of balance,
yes.
The committee sets its own work programme, as you know. The clerk of the committee and the chair of the committee, with the members of the committee, but as you know, as a former minister...
Chair, I know full well what the arrangements are.
Okay,
but I'm saying I have the speaking note for the chair, which involves an absolute whitewash. Okay. After the minister has made her submissions and members have made contributions, that's the end of the matter, and that's the only consideration that is proposed to be given to this proposal. And I protest most strongly. This is a constitutional level change to our laws. We are about to surrender to Europe complete competence in relation to asylum seeking, migration and the like. And it's envisaged that in a half-day session, commencing at 4 o'clock next Tuesday, this committee is to receive one contribution from the Minister by way of a briefing, and members will be enabled to ask her questions, and that's the end of the matter. That's the full discussion that is envisaged.
And
now,
I've given you time.
The reason I'm mentioning this is...
Thank you.
Well, just let me finish. You interrupted
Senator Gilgan, you continually are looking for attention. Senator McDougall has been given a lot of time on this issue, and I'm asking to conclude.
With respect, I've run into a barrage from the chair.
You haven't. Sorry.
I protest.
Sorry. One second, and I will let you finish. But please understand, I did allow you time. I'm not against what you're talking about at all. Let me finish, please. I had to be fair in the chair. I did give you extra time.
Sorry.
I did, and I will let you finish.
You gave me a lecture on what the normal procedure is in committees.
I didn't give you a lecture.
I'm fully aware of that.
I didn't give you a lecture.
And I'm saying that this is a disgrace. And I'm going to bring it to the attention of the media what is envisaged in relation to the so-called consideration. There's a picket outside of probably extremists. But the people of Ireland are entitled that their parliament would not delegate to a committee consideration of a hugely important piece of law, and then have this whitewash charter decide what will happen at that committee.
And to assist you...
I protest. I don't need any assistance. I only need one assistance, and that's your silence, Chair. I only need that assistance. I protest most strongly about what's happening. It's wrong. We are turning this Parliament into a rubber stamp assembly. And if anybody wants to look, at the recent referendum
Your time is up.
and what happens to rubber stamp politics and the result, Unfortunately, in this case, the people won't be given their chance in a referendum vote.
Thank you.
But the time has come, Chair, for people in both houses to stand up for their rights as elected public representatives.
You've been given a lot of latitude now. You've been given a lot of latitude now. I appreciate that now.
And to insist that this measure is properly considered before it becomes part of our law at constitutional level.
You've been given a lot of latitude. And to assist you, could I just make the point to you? I'm not disagreeing with you at all. What I would encourage you to do is that the committee. I wrote to them, Chairman. What I would suggest, and I asked for a private session of the committee to consider what we would do. That's the reasonable thing to do. But instead, I get this insult to parliamentary democracy. Just to assist you, I would suggest, as a former Catholic of a committee, that you would use the private members' time of the committee to articulate your viewpoint, because it's more pertinent to the committee than to the order of business of the channel. And I'm not disagreeing with you at all. Completely. Senator Carrigan.
The public won't see any of that, as you well know. As you well know, this will be done behind closed doors.
You're a long-time parliamentarian. You're well able to use the parliamentary practice to suit any narrative you wish to propose. Senator Carrigan.